My name is Robert Garofalo, or Rob Garofalo. I am a physician at Lurie Children's Hospital and a professor of pediatrics at Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine. And I'm the director of the Center of Gender, Sexuality, and HIV Prevention, and I oversee the adolescent HIV program. You know, then I have this dog, so his name is Fred, and he's a little Yorkie. And Fred, saved my life at a time when, I was really struggling. So, he was kind of my guardian angel and was very magical in some ways. I had a cancer diagnosis 5 years ago, and then went through a very difficult, not bitter, but a difficult breakup with someone that I loved. And then, I had to deal with an assault and having to deal with my own HIV diagnosis, all within a span of a few years. If I had to change one thing, it goes back to what we've been talking about. I mean, the biggest barrier to young people doing well in terms of care is dealing with the stigma and the shame and the guilt that comes along with an HIV diagnosis. Sadly, HIV is the one disease, left on Earth where you cannot count on the love and support and comfort of your family and friends to help you through an illness. I mean, there's not another illness out there that if you've got diabetes or you got cystic fibrosis or sickle cell disease or cancer, it's just an assumption that everybody in your circle of friends and family is going to rally around and support you. And that's fundamentally untrue for HIV, and that's the dynamic that we need to change. And I probably did the most selfish thing that I've ever done in my life. One night I Googled puppy Chicago, and I popped this picture of Fred, my dog. And I don't know, it just sort of spoke to me, right in that moment. I was like, I had to have him. I mean, the ad was kind of silly, and I called the breeder, and within a day or two, all of a sudden I had this puppy. And again, I think it was selfish because I was barely able to care for myself at the time, and what made me thought that I would be able to care for this puppy. But he changed everything. I mean, kind of instantaneously, this dog brought peace and joy back to my life. He got my silly back, he got my mojo back, he got my spirit back, and I own that. And people think it's, crazy, I guess, sometimes, but I don't think it's that crazy, because without him, I'm not sure how things would have gone. And so I came up with Fred Says, because I wanted him to be the face of this charitable effort to make the world a better place for HIV positive teens. I kind of had this crazy idea to take the magic that my dog had brought to my life and try to have him make other people smile. But give people something, give people the gift of Fred, give people sort of an image of him that they can share with friends or loved ones, and spread awareness and spread word about our charitable work. I think it could have some traction, and it could be sustainable in the sense that we created this Dollar Makes a Difference sort of campaign. And the idea was to focus on getting people who either their pets or dogs had brought something to their lives, or that cared about HIV or cared about teenagers, and they could send one of these dollar e-cards with 1 million images of Fred that I have. I wanted to try to give something back in a different way and think creatively, and not ask people for something for nothing. I mean, I wanted people to give sort of a card or, spread Fred's image if it meant something to them. And then they could tell someone, and they can tell someone, and sort of so on and so on. And I thought it would kind of grow organically. That was the hope, was that it would sort of grow organically. Plus, he's cute as a button. I mean, I'm sorry, the dog is cute. So people can donate in a variety of different ways. First, I think the most one is a dollar makes a difference. And you think, well, what can a dollar do? Well, first of all, a dollar can do a lot, including give kids access to transportation, to their clinic visits, which I think is often very difficult for them. So you think a dollar might not make a big difference, but it can. But the key is to have your dollar then parlay to a friend's dollar, and then another friend and another friend. We also have t-shirts I think right now they're $20. We're making version 2.0 of our t-shirts. What $20 can get you is access to labs that might not otherwise be covered, or case management services. Obviously, you don't hire a case manager with $20, but it can give a young person a meal, that needs a meal. Fred says, together we can make the world better for people that are living with HIV. And right? That's what you say every day. You're done. Bye-bye, Fred. See ya. Ooh, stretch. Oh!